Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go.
All right, traders, this is Rev-UP. I go by SageFT online. I am the creator, event coordinator, quarterback, and receiver of the live trading desk at SageFT.com. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the Sunday night review and Rev-UP here. I apologize for the echo that we got going on here. We have a little bit of new office type things going on here, so we have the echo still. I haven't put all the soundproofing on the walls. Let me get it full face so you can see the background there. We haven't put the lighting in or anything like that. This is just a window coming in. All right, let's dive into. Let's use the 4-hour chart. Let's just kind of take a look at what happened last week. So it starts right about here, right? We come in and we're flat. We just break this trend line here, and so then we're trying to decide, well, what's it really going to do? All right, so it tells us we're fractal long on the 4-hour chart, and so we're wondering, is it going to make it to the 200 period simple moving average? It gets there, it gets above it. And so now we're position 1 again on the 4-hour chart. Now, what we have to figure out is, did they turn around that 200 simple enough to where if we withstand any sort of drawdown, does it keep the 200 at a positive or increasing at an increasing rate, or rise over run greater than 0? Because as of right now, we're long, we're above it, but notice on the 4-hour chart, the 200 is still red. So as we were bouncing and oscillating around from it this week, it wasn't until we started to lift off of it as to when it started to pull up and we got more of a bullish signal or sign. The daily chart, remember what we were expecting was, what is it going to do with this gap? Well, they came into this gap, they filled it, they tested down here on this high to high trend line. So this is very, very bullish as we came into the close of the week. Close of the week, I believe it ended up 1.52%, which is outstanding, right? And so if we dive into the smaller time frame, well, how did we trade it? Again, fractally. Okay, we just wait for our pattern to repeat, right? Long only, right? And the closer you get to the 200 and it turns itself around, you want to trade it again and again, right? And then on the 2-minute chart, you're just fractally doing the same thing as you did. Okay. So now I want to revise something that I've said in previous videos here based upon new information entering my cranium here. The revision is this: the fractal has to work both ways. Okay, so this is gonna kind of skew what we've said in the past, and it's going to enforce it a little bit better as well. What I mean by that is this. Okay, what I mean is, if you're going to take the 2-minute long, it has to line up with the fractal on the larger time frame, right? Because what we were teaching, what we were showing, is that, okay, well, the fractal goes downwards in time, or in this case, sequence, right? So from the 15 to the 2, but then it would be from the 4-hour to the 15. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that just a little bit, and we're going to work on it, and it's going to improve the results of what we're looking for. A fractal goes both ways. Okay, so if you're going to say, well, on the 4-hour chart, we're position 1 fractal up, well, then you'd say, okay, so what I'm looking for is position 1 fractal up on the 15-minute, and then you take your 15-minute, 2-minute fractal. Okay, so now what I want to tell you to do is reverse that. If you're looking for a 2-minute fractal, you got to make sure the 15-minute fractal is lining up with the 4-hour fractal. Because the definition of a fractal, which we could probably do on this video, but we don't need to, is a fractal, you can zoom in or zoom out, and it's the same. Look at a coastline. Okay, if you zoom in, it looks the same. If you zoom out, it looks the same. If you zoom out even more, it possibly could look even more the same. But the more you zoom in, the more it's the same, and the same. The more you zoom out, it's the same. All right, so with that said, what are we looking for next week? Great question. Either we're going to rip higher or we're not. I know that sounds like, no kidding, right? If the buyers come in, it'll go up. If the sellers come in, it'll go down. Yeah. No, I get it. But see, here's the deal. We're at that point of no return for the shorts. The world, Chicken Little was down here. The world was supposed to end. Why didn't it? So then, now, is this where retail starts to pile in because they got their monthly statement? And so now let's think about this dynamic. If this is where retail is going to pile in because this is where they got their monthly statement, what's actually going to happen? Well, all right, let's take a look at it this way. If the retail traders are getting their monthly statement, or not even traders, investors, right? Like the 401k people, the people that have pension funds, stuff like that, they open up their mail and it says, oh, I thought I didn't really do that bad this month. Oh, the market's up for this month. Maybe even for the quarter, whatever. I think I'm just going to put a little bit more money in it, right? So let's take a look and let's think about what would actually happen. Okay, what would actually happen if a bunch of retail money comes into the market? So the thought is, wouldn't that just be the perfect place for liquidity to hide, right? So if that's kind of our hypothesis or thesis, if you will, how do they handle it, right? So if they built this all up to bring retail money in, what are they actually going to do with it? Either the retail is going to push it up into, and we're on the daily chart, right? If we look at fractals, we are just now starting to get into fractal long, and then you have your 200 right up here. All shorts are trapped if the 8 EMA and price goes above the 200. All shorts are trapped. All sellers made the wrong move. All sellers made the wrong move if the 20 goes above the 200 and we go back into position 1 for another 15 months. They'll have to buy back in. Again, there's liquidity waiting for them. But as one of our room members says, our merch is at a much higher price. Okay? So what are we looking for in short? Either we're testing these lines, or we're testing this area right up here, okay? And then, of course, as plan number 3, it goes sideways and the market makers make a fortune. What we're going to do is we're going to pay attention to range and chop or not early in the week. We're going to watch the news events. We have ISM Services PMI. We have the 10-year bond auction on Tuesday. All right, here we go. FOMC, 2 p.m. Wednesday. Unemployment, normal, Thursday. Okay, and then we have a bunch of Fed speak all day Friday. All right, now, anything can happen. We can be on really low volume as we wait for things to come in. They could hit this and it could go in a certain direction. 10-year bond auction, we go sideways through that. Okay, and then we could wait for the FOMC announcement. 30-year bond on Thursday. Okay, so now this is the big announcement. But what we do is we have to stay solvent until we get to that news announcement. So we're gonna be cognizant of that. We're gonna watch range. We're gonna watch trend. Okay, we're gonna use our KISS charts. We're gonna stay with the trend. Okay, we're gonna remain in context. All right, I want to remind everyone, tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, and we will be celebrating our first major stream from the new office. We welcome everyone to come check it out. Please test the bandwidth. Let's see. I want everyone to tell me if your live button stays red on all of the platforms. We are on YouTube, X, Kick, and the Facebook group. The way that you can search the Facebook group and join it is $ES_F. You'll see us there. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. for the grand opening, soft launch of the new office, the live trading desk. This is Reverend Wood. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. If you are a micros trader, take a look at Take Profit Trader, as they have 50-cent micros commissions in their evals and their pro account. Use code SageFT at checkout for all of your major evaluation firm checkouts. That's going to do it for me. I'll see everyone tomorrow morning, ready to rip. Good night.